Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mike Roth. Prepare for an unforgettable cinematic experience. Mark your calendars for Friday, March 7th at 3 p.m. for the world premiere of the highly acclaimed and anticipated blockbuster, Bad Senator, a dramatic comedy about a retired senator who has lost everything until a spirited woman moves in next door and turns everyone's lives upside down. This movie, inspired by real-life events of us, the residents of the villages, and filmed in and around the villages in late 2022, will captivate your heart and stir your emotions to the core. Be the first to experience the magic of the big screen. Step onto the red carpet and take the glitz and glamour and immerse yourself in an afternoon of movie magic. Make sure to tell your friends. Don't miss out on this special Hollywood VIP event. Join us at the Village's Old Mill Playhouse for the exclusive limited premiere of Bad Senator, March 7th through 9th, with showtimes at 3 p.m. each day. And in true Hollywood style, writer-director Chad Richardson will join me for a special interview directly after the Friday showing. But don't worry, folks. He's assured me he'll be around after each showing and has promised to bring the now infamous Van Sutton helmet and other special props from the movie for photo opportunities. Get your tickets now at badsenatormovie.com and be part of this rare and exciting opportunity.
Welcome to the Open Forum in the Villages, Florida. In this show, we talk to leaders of clubs and interesting folks who live here in the Villages to get perspectives of what is happening here in the Villages, Florida. We are a listener-supported podcast. There will be shout-outs for supporters in episodes.
This is Mike Roth watching, and I'm thrilled to share with you this podcast, which is my passion project for you. Today, you will see and hear me at Podfest 2025 in a video podcast done for Owwill. This podcast brings you knowledge, inspiration, and a lot of things that people need to know about the villages and the people living here. Be sure to hit the follow button to get the newest episode each week. Creating this podcast is a labor of love, even though it demands more time I can easily spare. Now, here's where you come in. You can help us keep the podcast alive and thriving. How? By becoming a supporter. The easy way for you to support us is to visit our podcast webpage, openforuminthevillagesflorida.com, and click on the supporter button at the top of the page, or the purple supporter box. Even a small donation of $3 to $10 a month makes a big difference, and you can cancel your subscription at any time. Your support means the world to us. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep those headphones on. I hope everyone enjoys today's show.
In the 90s.
You didn't just say that out loud, did you? Oh my God, you totally.
Now we know how old
There
you
you
are.
go.
You're never supposed
Don't
to
we feel ancient? Thank you,
Fell
Natasha.
into a trap. Fell into a trap.
No, but congratulations. That's amazing. Okay, and Mike Roth, tell us about you.
I live in the Villages, Florida. I run a podcast called Open Forum in the Villages.
Wait, open what?
Open Forum in the Villages, where we talk about all the truth of and the good things that are happening in the villages. I talk to real people, heads of clubs and organizations, even politicians. And
What part of New York are you from?
I grew up in Brooklyn, Doity,
No
Doit,
sh-
and Doit.
Yeah,
you
I was
know?
born in Maimonides Hospital in Flatbush. I get it.
I know that.
get it.
Yeah, we were born
I had to
in
leave
Maimonides.
the accent. See, my accent wasn't as cute as Natasha's. If I could talk like Natasha, I'd have a much better one.
You know, my brother.
Oh, I've just got a British accent.
In Maimonides.
You know, I hear things about the villages. We just had Dr. Sex Fairy on, and I hear in the villages there's a rampant amount of sex among seniors. Is that true?
Of course, there's sex among seniors, but the rumors are false. It is not the STD capital of the world.
Oh! All right, tell everybody what you do and what you want everyone to know why you're here today.
I'm here today to promote my podcast and learn more about podcasting and learn more about AI, because I teach courses in both of those at the Enrichment Academy in the Villages.
You know what I love is that it's never too late. Is that one of your messages?
That's right. I mean, my Enrichment Academy course on AI always sells out on the first day.
That's amazing.
That's really amazing.
It's amazing. I had a 92-year-old gentleman take the course.
Because it is never too late. I just hung out last week. I did the Jack LaLanne Juicer with Jack and his wife.
Right.
He started when he was 88. We finished, he died at 96. His wife is 98 years old on her way to being 99. And she just started a podcast. You guys, it's never too late. Tell me, what's one big takeaway from this event for you?
I think as someone that's about to turn 56 and you see the generation of and podcasts, the difference between broadcasts and podcasts is TV and what we're doing right this moment. And then I'm sitting next to a guy that got more gray than me, that's probably more relevant, has a bigger podcast than me, is what this is all about. That there's older people in here, to what you said, it's not too late to be in the game. So I think it's extremely important that we can always get education, be around like-minded people and learn.
100%. You know, there's never that point. It's just a new chapter in your life. When you decide, I want to have a podcast, I was saying it to my cousin the other day, I was like, when you want to have a podcast,
Yeah.
you just do it, you know? And it's like you just wake up that day and say, I'm going to share my story. I have something irresistible to share with the world that nobody else has. I have something that I want to get out there.
Yeah.
And in fact, I want to educate people in this certain field, and you just decide, why am I doing this podcast? What's the feeling that I want to do with this podcast? Like, my podcast is number 5 in the US for education, right? And how do I stay in that top 5 on Apple all year round?
Yeah.
Because I'm educating around my topic, which is the law of attraction. So I'm constantly teaching people about success and education and, you know, how to attract your dream life, but in a scientific way, in so many ways. You just have to dominate your field, and it's never too late. I want to learn from someone like Mike Roth.
Yeah.
I want to learn from the 98-year-old. I want to learn from the 17-year-old, because I'm going to learn from every single person in every single walk of life.
Well, there's a lot to learn. It's a lot to learn. There are a lot more people out there. You know, we've got 150,000 people now in the Villages, and it's a boom town. It's going to double in size in the next 10 years.
Yes.
I did 150 episodes, and I haven't begun to scratch the surface of the stories that I have to tell.
What's one of your secrets for staying young?
Be active. Be mentally active and be physically active.
Same thing for you, Sean. What's one of your secrets?
I think to interact with the opposite sex. I think I'm a big fan of Forbes. I love you. I'm a fan of yours. And the ideal of men and women can come together and learn from one another is, I think, where the direction that we need to get back to, that we can actually coexist. Because if you look at it, you have 2 men on the right and 2 women on the left, and we're learning from one another.
So
that's
true.
That's what's important to me.
So
that
true.
we stop this division, but really bring it back to learning from one another and start to ask questions and get information and process that information to actually help people.
One of the things that I absolutely love about what I get to do, whether it's on this podcast or on my own, is sharing information. Is bringing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mike Roth. Prepare for an unforgettable cinematic experience. Mark your calendars for Friday, March 7th at 3 p.m. for the world premiere of the highly acclaimed and anticipated blockbuster, Bad Senator, a dramatic comedy about a retired senator who has lost everything until a spirited woman moves in next door and turns everyone's lives upside down. This movie, inspired by real-life events of us, the residents of the Villages, and filmed in and around the Villages in late 2022, will captivate your heart and stir your emotions to the core. Be the first to experience the magic of the big screen. Step onto the red carpet and take the glitz and glamour and immerse yourself in an afternoon of movie magic. Make sure to tell your friends. Don't miss out on this special Hollywood VIP event. Join us at the Village's Old Mill Playhouse for the exclusive limited premiere of Bad Senator, March 7th through 9th, with showtimes at 3 p.m. each day. And in true Hollywood style, writer-director Chad Richardson will join me for a special interview directly after the Friday showing. But don't worry, folks. He's assured me he'll be around after each showing and has promised to bring the now infamous Van Sutton helmet and other special props from the movie for photo opportunities. Get your tickets now at badsenatormovie.com and be part of this rare and exciting opportunity.
Bringing together new thought leaders and listening to what people have to say, but more importantly, taking action. Implementation is really important. We have 1 minute left. I have one word. My word 2 years ago was implementation. Then I burnt out last year was delegation. This year, domination. What's your one word for 2025? Oh, I love this. Think about it for a second, Sean.
See, the beauty is I'm thinking, and people have not taken the time to think before they open their mouth.
Maybe thinking is the one for you.
It is.
Oh, I love that for the moment.
So as I said, I learned from this pretty beautiful girl on the right that has a little bitty gold thing right here that's so fly. I'm going to say thinking is my go-to word for 2025.
That's fascinating.
Action.
Action.
Take action.
Motivation.
Domination. We are doing it. Can I hear a yes?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
I didn't hear you.
Yes.
All right, how do people find you, Sean?
Sean James 23 on Instagram, X, on all platforms. Sean James 23.
Can you write that down?
You can find me on my podcast, Open Forum in the Villages, Florida.com.
Can everybody watching behind the scenes give my gentleman a big round of applause? Thank you.
This is Mike Roth and Dr. Craig Curtis speaking about Alzheimer's disease. Yeah, Dr. Curtis, can you talk about alcohol use and Alzheimer's?
Yes, Mike. They have had studies out for years that show those that have 1 to 2 drinks a day actually have a lower risk of heart attack or stroke. And in a study published...
That's interesting. That means that people who totally abstain from alcohol have a higher risk?
That's a difficult question, Mike. It's yes, those that abstain from alcohol, not with Alzheimer's disease, but actually had a slightly higher risk of heart attack and stroke. However, so this was a study published in June of 2023 in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology in stress signaling in the brain. So essentially, they had less stress, which we've always known is a risk factor for a heart attack or stroke. But the American College of Cardiology currently is not advocating for the use of alcohol to reduce your risk of heart attack or strokes because of other concerning effects of alcohol on health.
With over 20 years of experience studying brain health, Dr. Curtis's goal is to educate the Villages community on how to live a longer, healthier life. To learn more, visit his website, craigcurtismd.com, or call 352-500-5252 to attend a free seminar.
Remember, our next episode will be released next Friday at 9 a.m. Should you want to become a major supporter of the show or have questions, please contact us at mike@rothvoice.com. This is a shout-out for supporters Ed Williams, Dwayne Romich, Paul Sorgen, Kathy Loving, and Dr. Craig Curtis at K2 in the Villages. We will be hearing more from Dr. Curtis with short Alzheimer's tips each week. If you know someone who should be on the show, contact us at mike@rothvoice.com. The way our show grows is with your help. Text your friends about this show if you enjoyed listening, or just tell your friends about the show. We thank everyone for listening to the show. The content of the show is copyrighted by Roth Voice 2025. All rights reserved.